This is me. I'm just checking in. Today was my first day back in hospital. It's my second round of chemo starting, so I haven't been hooked up to it yet, but probably tonight or sometime tomorrow morning. But I just thought I would make this little video. For those of you who don't know, I have leukemia, hence the bald head. But yeah, my type of leukemia is called AML, which is acute myeloid leukemia. And pretty much what that means is that just like any other cancer, my body is like attacking itself. And with AML, it means that my white blood count is really, really high. So my body produces far too many white blood cells, and they're immature white blood cells, so they're not able to do the job. And then they end up taking the space of your red blood cells and your platelets. So my body doesn't get enough oxygen, and my organs don't get enough oxygen, and my body is not able to, my blood is not able to clot, which obviously, causes a lot of problems. So that's, the basis of my diagnosis. And it's crazy. I was diagnosed about 2 months ago now on the 7th of October. And yeah, like it's just been such a crazy journey since then. Like I can't believe how much 2 months has absolutely completely changed my life and turned everything completely upside down. And it's funny because before it was kind of like cancer was really one of the like worst case scenarios. Like it was like, what could be much worse than, getting cancer and having to be stuck here. But it's been so crazy just to see how like as soon as you're in that situation where that was worst case scenario, you realize that actually it's not. Like there could be so much worse. And even though yes, the situation is really, really crappy, like there's so many things that I can still be grateful for and still, be happy about. Just the fact that, I'm still alive, like I'm still strong, I'm still fighting. And yes, I have things taped to me and I have things stuck in me, and like, it's not fun by any means. Like there's still so much that you can be grateful for. And I think that's been like the biggest eye opener throughout this whole thing, is that like, no matter how crappy a situation gets, like there's still people who have it worse. Like already I've seen like, just like God's hand over this whole entire thing. Like whether it's just been like from how I found out that I caught it so early, or, just like everything. There's just been like moments where I've been really, really sick and like been prayed for, and like that, like the sickness is just lifted. So I know this is so like, wow, like this is happening kind of thing. But at the same time, like, I know this is for a reason. And today I was just, I was posting an Instagram and I was writing an Instagram caption, thinking about a caption as you do. And I was just like, you know what? I want people to be able to look at my story and be like, wow, like God used her through that. And yeah, like heaps of people have been saying I should do this. They were like, you should start a vlog. And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, especially the first round of chemo was just like such a whirlwind. I was in hospital for 6 weeks, and it was just like one thing after another just kept happening. I had to get like so many bone marrow biopsies, and it was just a lot to take in. And I think like I was just like, I'm just not ready to talk to everyone about it and like be so open about it, because it is hard. Like it's not something that you've ever imagined. Like I think I've always like, you watch a movie or something, they talk about cancer, and it's like in your brain, you're like, oh wow, I wonder how I would react if, I ever got that diagnosis. But you don't really let yourself think about it too much, because it's like, oh, that's not going to happen to me. Like nobody goes to that place of I'm going to get cancer. Like it's not like I'm going to get a cold, So I think like when I did get that diagnosis, like it was like, oh my gosh. And like you really don't know how you're going to react until you're in that situation where it's like, this is your now. Like this is the moment that you find yourself in. Like this is now your life. And I saw this really beautiful quote, and it was saying like, instead of creating a bucket list, create an already done list. And I was like, wow, because obviously like in a situation like this, especially with a disease that's terminal like leukemia, obviously I don't think I'm going to die, but it is still something where you're like, oh my gosh, like I still wanted to do this. Like I'm 20, I haven't done that. Like, I still want to have kids, I still want to get married, like that kind of thing. And it's so easy to go into the place of, oh, there's so much that I haven't done, and like there's still so much that my life can hold. And that's fine. Like it's good to have goals and dreams, but yeah, like it's just been such an eye-opener to see like, I've already done this. Like I've already made something out of my life, and like I feel like you you hear it like over and over again, like, oh, today could be your last day, like you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And until you're in a situation where it's like, well, actually, yeah, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Like on the 6th of October, I could never have imagined that I'd go to the doctors in the morning and be told, hey, you have leukemia. Like that was the last thing I ever expected. And I think like this whole process, if it's just taught me one thing, is to cherish the moment that you find yourself in, whether it be a moment that you want, whether it be a moment that you've chosen, or whether you like the situation that you find yourself in, just to cherish it, because you never know who's watching or like what the moment is going to bring. Like I honestly believe that everything, it happens for a reason. And I think like if you have the mentality of like, okay, what can I learn from this situation, no matter how crappy it may be, you can rise above that, and you can learn something from it. You can become a better person from it. And yeah, like obviously it's not always going to be easy, and like I'm like by no means, you know, an expert on it. Like I have my bad days where I'm like, this is it, like this is stupid, like why do I have to do this, like I never called for this, like I didn't want this. And that's okay, like you're allowed to have bad days. But I think it's just so important the mentality that we have, and that we, as much as we can, like try to remain positive, or at least just look on the bright side. And I know that can sometimes sound really naive, like, oh my gosh, you don't know what I'm going through, like I can't just look on the bright side. But you know what, like you can, like there's always that option. And yeah, sometimes it's, you know, a little bit hard and you have to fight for it, but if you're willing, it really, you know, it's definitely the better option. Like as soon as I found out about this diagnosis, like my first like response, obviously I was upset, but I was like, you know what, I'm not going to have a sook about this. I can't change it. So the only thing that I have control over is my reaction. And I think that's where, you know, that's what holds the power. That's where, yeah, when you can have that kind of mindset, like you gain control of the situation. So, yeah, I don't know like how often I'll do this, or maybe I'll just like make a little video, but I just thought I would update you all. And yeah, just say a big thank you to everyone who's just been like so supportive and so loving throughout this whole journey. Like honestly, I don't know what I would have done without all of you, like amazing friends and family. Like you guys have just been absolutely amazing. Like yeah, wow, I can't. Love you guys all so much, and we'll be sure to keep you updated.